Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and as promised, the first deck that I made an absolute top priority to fix up after the release of Theros Beyond Death was Life You to Death. So we're now on Life You to Death 5, believe it or not. I actually counted. And this deck has been just over and over and over and over and over getting me to Mythic. Pretty much every time that I bothered to do so, it was with this deck. It didn't do great in the last couple, I wouldn't say rotations, but like standard metas. It was okay, maybe a 55% win rate deck, but I was blowing people away with Mr. X, so I just played it instead. But this has been perpetually powerful. So this is just weaponized life gain, and this is 2-color. Now, you could get away consistently and very quickly with mono white, so that is an option. I am definitely going to do it, mostly for the white devotion cards and, the flyers and the more generalized life gain instead of just maximizing the triggers. But this is just how many times can I trigger life gain while still having a deck that resembles something that can win. And I've been just mopping the floor with people with this deck. So we've got Murderous Zeal. That's just an ambush boost, and then the flying ability is hilarious. Then we got the flying lifelink, because come on, duh. Then we have Take Heart, which is a 2/2 ambush boost with the +1 life for each attacking creature. So that's huge. Then we've got Vampire of the Dire Moon, which is Death Touch lifelink. Love it. Ajani's Pridemate, which is the game winner, of course. Every time you gain life, put a counter on it. Miter Triton, that's a new one. It's a 2/1 Death Toucher for 2, but at least it's not double black. And when it enters the battlefield, you put 2 cards from your library in your graveyard, okay, whatever, and then you gain 2 life. So it's a 1 and done, but it is another Death Toucher. And having 6 of them really shuts down combat in case they're running something that resembles green, basically. Big, giant, scary creatures coming at you. Then the new addition is Heliod. You knew I had to put this in. There was barely room in the deck, which is why I kind of gutted it. But, he's an indestructible 5/5. It's not impossible to get him out to be a creature. It's just not real likely. Then as long as, I read that part, whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. Anything. So it just takes Ajani's Pridemate and doubles it. And then if your Pridemate gets killed, you can turn your Vampire of the Dire Moon into an Ajani's Pridemate. It's truly, truly insane. And then you pay 2 and gain lifelink on, your giant Pridemate or whatever. It's insane. This card is absolutely mental for 3 mana. And honestly, if you can get him to be a creature, an indestructible blocker goes a long way too. So then we got Bloodthirsty Aerialist. It's just a flying Ajani's Pridemate. Then we got Murderous Rider because duh. He literally loses life, but he is a 2/3 lifelinker, and that is a kill card that can take out a planeswalker or a creature. So that's an automatic 4 of. It's a shame because, I did get this down to 60, but I wanted more than one Kunoros. This guy's awesome. So this is the Hound of Athreos, of course. Vigilance, Menace, lifelink. You want to talk about consistently hitting them and being a lightning rod for removal when, really the only thing you don't want removed is your Ajani's Pridemate and your Aerialist. Menace and lifelink is hilarious, and then he's always on defense. So creature cards also in graveyards can't enter the battlefield, and players can't cast spells from graveyards. So all of Escape is shut down. All of any kind of resurrection deck is shut down and kind of self-mill. So they have to focus on this immediately, which is why I wish I had actually 4 of these in the deck, but it just doesn't fit. Because we needed Ajani. He's kind of a win con with the 0. His +1 is amazing. And his -2 is just another Ajani's Pridemate. So this is another one where I wish we could put 4 of these in the deck, but... Well, honestly, for 4 on curve, considering there's 21 lands, I'd probably put 2 or 3, but still, I wish there was more. But then you gotta have removal. You gotta have universal removal. Once again, I wish I could put 4 of these in, but it can't be an 80-card deck. It could be, but you don't want to diffuse the Ajani's Pridemates or the Aerialists by going to 66 cards or something. You would then be less likely to draw those, and those win the game. These do not win the game. These prevent you from losing the game, but there's a difference. Though we do still have 1 Revenge of Ravens. I had to. I absolutely had to, because this deck loses badly to Flood. So if they're going to Flood, I'm going to say it again, I wish I could put 4 of these in, but, sideboard, just saying, 3 Kunoroses in the sideboard, 3 more Revenge of the Ravens in the sideboard, bare minimum. For sure 1 Conclave, probably Prison Realm as well. Probably take out Take Heart and Murderous Zeal. because it means that you're not crashing into creatures. You need other things gone. So that very easy sideboard, very good F&M deck here, except that it's probably well over 100, considering this right here is 100. But yeah, Revenge of Ravens, if they're trying to win with an army of 1/1s, they won't. They just won't. And for every attacker, you now put a counter on Ajani's Pridemate because they're individual triggers. And then if you have Heliod out, you put 2 counters on him. I mean, this is such a good card. Then I do have Erebos' Intervention. Now, this is the one where I could maybe take this out and then put in something else, but it is very important because target creature gets, not gains, it definitely doesn't gain it. It gets -X until end of turn, then you gain X life. That's amazing. I mean, that's so good. It's a huge life gain, and it's a removal that bypasses Indestructible. It's a god killer. Absolutely fantastic, because none of these cards trample past a god. So if they have one Indestructible anything out there, probably a god, you're in trouble. And then also exile up to twice X cards from graveyards. So if they're running an escape deck, they're done. If they run some kind of bullshit recursion, they're done. Cat deck with the cat oven, bye-bye. Speaking of that, Kunoros shuts it down too. So I definitely put 2 of these in the sideboard. Absolutely. And then the rest of it's just lands, although we do have Castle Ardenvale, which is, just an emergency human generator, just in case you got nothing going on. You could just chump until you pull something better. And the rest of it's just these. Although Castle Locthwain is a card drawer, and you don't really care about the life loss, so I put 3 in. So yeah, this deck's probably well over $200, honestly, with all these in there. You got, temples, which are nothing. Shrines are a couple bucks. But overall, this is a very careful, balanced deck. It's designed to win early, it's designed to win mid-game, and it's designed to win late game. No matter what, it is not over for this deck. Now, I had to take out the, every time you gain life, you can pay 2 and draw a card, and then the human token lifelink thing generator, which is a shame because that was important to really step on the gas late game, but, whatever, just Heart of the Cards it install with Ardenvale. I had to take out Prison Realm, so it's a little bit less capable of dealing with Planeswalkers, but we're kind of over, War of the Spark right now. Although I will say, Rester Zeal, if you get something big and flying, it might be able to hit a Planeswalker, so it's not like completely over. But I will say the Universal Exiling and stuff that you can add to the sideboard will win you matches. So it's a real shame I had to take out the cards that I had to, but Heliod had to go in. He's just so much better. So an absolute suicide blitz version of this would be white, just mono white. I would just not even mess around with Aerialist. It's too slow. This costs 2, that costs 3. I wouldn't mess with any of this fixing. I would just hit the gas, and just to pour gasoline on the fire when it's already burning, white devotion cards. Absolutely. So watch for that in the near future. In the meantime, this is going to stomp people. So I might as well upload some gameplay. All right, so all I got to learn from this gameplay is that 3 things. Everyone on Arena is a massive, unbelievable, time-wasting, douchebag troll asshole. And this deck cannot be beaten. It does not matter how much control you throw at it. It will win in the end. Not sure why I fell asleep just then, but okay. So he removes it, or tries to. I boost it, which is hilarious. So I'm like, okay, let's trade, because I don't really know what he's running. I'm like, oh, I definitely don't want a Death Toucher out there when Ajani's Pridemate comes out. So we get Heliod out there, which is a good start. I go with the double drop of those, which is hilarious. Yeah, he murders one of them. I'm like, okay, whatever. I really barely need 1, and then just the counter start. So I mean, I could win the game legitimately with that combo, but he kills it. Are you sensing a theme here? So I figure, well, I do still kind of need 1, but I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna throw out a Midnight Rider. At this point, I know exactly what he's running, so he blew that up. I mean, it was a risk, but I just want him to not have 4 or 5 cards in hand, let's put it that way. So I draw this, pull it. Like, is he dumb enough to actually get rid of this? Yes, he is. Also, the Shuffler is a broken pile of shit. So, boost, don't really need that, but it could save it from like a dead weight, maybe, and temporarily. Speaking of that, so just automatic counter right off the bat there. So we got another Death Toucher and another counter machine, because I could give it lifelink every turn. So Deadly Visit, unfortunately, does drop it. I think Dead Weight, I could have delayed it till the end of turn, but that's about it. I couldn't have -1'd it with my own spell. I don't know. If he had a spell out, I could have -1 that, gain life, and that would have been it. Oopsies, just got rid of his stupid 5/5 flyer, which I assume was finally a win con after like 15 kill spells. Okay, so we started dropping counters onto Heliod because it said or enchantment. I decided to get this out of the way just because I literally just top deck Pridemate. Gotta send to the Sarcastic Oops. This guy's wasting my time. He's an asshole. He's a troll. So now he's got that bullshit. So yeah, that's great. Really looking forward to that. And I just cannot draw anything and keep it in play, which is what he's hoping for with this stupid waste of time troll deck. So, Price of Fame, again, nothing I can do about that. Can't save it. What a... in case you didn't hear at the beginning, I end up winning this one because there is no amount of creature removal that can stop this deck. Period. It cannot be done. I mean, maybe a board wipe loop deck, like some Esper Horse, but that's about it. So he's starting to go the wrong way here. I get another, Pridemate. I'm not going to not cast it. He's got 5 cards in hand, 6 actually. So I think we all know how that went. Still hitting me. I'm like, I swear to God, if I get below 10, I'm going to sandbag this guy for 10 minutes. 2 minutes per turn for 5 turns. Not even around. I absolutely will. So then we get the guy who blocks Graveyard, which is fun. I should not have blocked there. I should have known that was a trap, obviously. So Disfigure with a take aid, then an unlikely aid, I end up losing him. So that really pissed me off. I should not have blocked that, clearly. I could have ran away with the game with him, in all likelihood, but he does have 4 cards left in hand, so I thought, well, if he thinks he's going to ambush me, I think I'm going to ambush him, or I thought he's just swinging away because he has an instant speed kill anyway, so, whatever. There it is. Locthwain, I win. Game's over. I'm going to outdraw him 2-1. It's just, unless we run out of cards, he lost. It's that simple. So he deadweights me twice off of a boost. I know I have this at 300%, but I boosted it. And instead of just waiting until end of turn for it to die, he wastes another one. He ends up losing because of that. So he's not only a troll, but he's an idiot. So he deadweights his own creature because he was trying to target Heliod and he failed. So then he bone splinters it. Oops. I mean, like I said, the guy's a careless, clueless asshole. So that's it. It's over. We got Ajani out. F*** this guy. F*** him wasting my time. F*** this deck. People like this. And f*** everyone who plays control at this level. Okay? A control deck is like maybe 12 control spells and then the deck actually does something. This is like 80% control. This is when you've just become the world's biggest So I don't even need to narrate what's happening. I'm kicking him in the fucking nuts. How about that? Is that a good narration? I mean, this guy, sir, I'm so sick of his wasting my time while I'm trying to get a win in on Arena so I can just show you guys how this deck works. Well, I guess I showed you how the deck works. This asshole. So, yeah, I'm like, where do I put it? I don't know. I'm getting so many counters, so many trail, drawing so many damn cards. I'm at 32. This guy's he's absolutely So this would have happened 30 turns earlier if the guy was a little bit less of a dick, if he wasn't running such a dickish waste of time gimmick of a deck. So let's get to some real actual gameplay. All right, so next up, we've got an all-out shootout, legit, actual real Magic game. Like, this shit gets crazy, and at the end, I will warn you right now, it might actually cause seizures if you're sensitive to that. So, I started with the double Temple, double Scry, with a pretty good strong open. I wanted some more early stuff in a game winner. So we got a Pridemate, we got a Vampire. There you go. I'm not going to fall for it. This is a death trigger deck. I can tell all day. So first off, got to get rid of Midnight. Cannot let them amplify those. I don't have the early game firepower. Plus, that's a death toucher. So, not much I can do there. Now, we're both on curve. He's on a 4-drop on turn 4. I believe I'm on a 4-drop on turn 4. Let's go. You know what I mean? So I thought, okay, Ajani's with the little extra, little boost there, a little something there. Now, he's got 2 death touchers out plus death triggers plus afterlife. I'm in trouble. The only thing that could go worse is if he summons Tater Tots Karlov. Oh, look, it's Tater Tots Karlov. All right, so I can deal. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I might have lost. He just swung it pretty good his way, but I thought, well, screw it. Let's just get the damn triggers over with. I don't know why I thought that would live. That was pretty stupid. It has Death Touch, still does, but he gets amplified afterlives. So his afterlife 1 gets 2 each, and well, now he's got flyers. But he doesn't have any Death Touchers, and that was the point. Still did not summon another one. I'm like, okay, I might get swarmed in the air, but it's just 1 damage each. And if I pull a, whatever Ravens card, it's over basically. So, oh man, that's bad. Those cruel celebrants. Oh, by the way, he's literally playing my Reaper deck, by the way. I have this deck. I already built it like a month ago. And there's Revenge of Ravens. So it's over. It's over. The game's over. He doesn't even swing. He knows it. He knows it. Good game, bitch. 27-11, and he almost can't swing. So then we get out the Air Force, and I'm like, okay, let's send it. I know he's going to 1-1 that one, and I need life gain. So he blocks one, blocks the other, boom, lives, trigger on the swing, get life on the swing, plus 3 lifelink. So yeah, I get triggered into oblivion, but I got 12 life, which, after all the deaths is not bad. Okay, inspiring. All right. I mean, whatever. He gets a little mileage out of that. Good backup card. This deck is like insane. Like the deck he's playing, either one of us could have won. This is basically like an even match. So then Heliod comes out, and that's it. Granted, my biggest, baddest flyer, life link. There you go, 19. I mean, what are you going to do? And just counter. Now, the hilarious thing is we stack up so many freaking triggers. Like I said, epilepsy warning. This is at 200% too. So, like, I'll be lucky if I get through this without having a seizure. Just kidding. I'm not sensitive to that. As far as I know. So another Locthwain. That's just funny. So I'm outdrawing him 2-1. Boom! Erebos. But I'm like, no, I want Teysa dead. That bitch. So let's just swing. Lifelink on the 9, boom, instant 28-8. And we're just dumping counters onto the Healer's Hawk. So he realizes he's screwed. He doesn't have a sack outlet. I want to murder Tater Tots Karlov right there. I want to take that card and use it to cut her card in half. Now the funny thing is, if he wouldn't have dropped in the second one and Legendary kept one, he actually probably would have been better off. Now, he still would have lost in the air, so I get what he was doing. He's going with the only death trigger he could get. He's being polite. I mean, this guy was cool. He's running a cool deck, a little bit offbeat, but still definitely tier 1, just not everybody's definition of tier 1. Here's where it gets sparkly as balls here. So I have to target all of these manually. Yep. Okay, there we go. That wasn't as bright as I thought. I don't know. I've got a really bright monitor. So I just took it to my face. I'm like, this guy has death triggers. I'm going to block with my face. And he forfeits before I can cast them. No! I wanted to kill Tater Tots, and I wanted to kill that stupid Celebrant. If I kill, I mean exile. There is a difference. And then just ram 40 damage in the air up his ass. But, I couldn't do it. But yeah, that was an amazing game. That really outlines how this deck works. And just imagine rebalancing all those one-of threats. Like Heliod, well, there's not one of that, but Revenge of Ravens. And like I would have probably gotten rid of the boost, didn't really need it. And then I probably would have upped the individual card removal. I would have probably put in, Prison Realm, and 3 more Revenge of Ravens. Can you imagine him trying to play against me with me sideboarding that in? I mean, it's almost not even fair. So yeah, this deck's just good. It is an F&M deck if you got the money, or if you pulled 4 Heliods at pre-release. I mean, I don't know you, maybe it did. Some of y'all be lucky like that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's just fun. It's a fun deck on Arena. It's powerful, and the way I built it, it has answers to everything, but you got to kind of luck your way into it. But you can stall pretty good. I think we were probably 30 cards into that at least. So, you know, one of in the deck, you got a 50-50 shot of pulling it then. So, you know, and remember there's mulligans. So if you can somehow psychically predict what you're playing against, you could mulligan until you get a Revenge of Ravens or something. I don't know. But yeah, once Heliod comes out and the lifelink comes out, that's it. So that literally doubles the power of this deck overall mathematically, and there's 4 of. So the only thing I didn't put in was like a way to fetch Heliod, and honestly, I'll probably put that in the mono-white version. And Heliod's going to be a creature in the mono-white devotion one. I mean, you saw how much crap I had out? And plus white removal, still not 5 devotion. It is not the easiest thing in the world to get to unless you're going for it. But the card is so powerful that you don't need him to be a creature. So do not be afraid to put him in anything where you could benefit from tons and tons and tons of life gain, which it is basically everything. Basically, if you're running white, run him. I mean, no, I don't need a giant creature that hits for lifelink and then puts a counter on itself. Are you crazy? A self-contained Ajani's Pridemate deck all in one card, and it doesn't have to be Ajani's Pridemate. No, I don't need that. Like, what the hell? Come on. So, yeah, this fun deck, fun card, fun gameplay. Big contrast to that. Oh, by the way, in the middle of these 2 recordings, the one I didn't upload, Doom Foretold, Dance of the Manse, Esper. I'd rather rip my own teeth out than play against that. Like that, you guys do not want to know the face-melting profanity that went on in that game. There aren't enough boat horns in the world. So this is a hilarious compare and contrast here between absolute miserable ass gameplay that should not be allowed. They should not allow that many control spells into a deck. They need to just put a C in the corner and say you can't run more than 12 of these. Game rule, done. And then why they should limit it to 2 colors in standard. That was the middle game. And then the third game, actual fun, interesting, powerful gameplay with powerful, interesting cards. I mean, this is what Magic should be. Like, seriously, Wizards, get your shit together. So anyway, thanks for watching. Build this deck. Leave a big ol' thumbs up if you enjoyed the absolute roller coaster of crazy that this video was. And I'll see you guys next video. Also, deck list in the description.